Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. A series of cold fronts have been moving into the northwest, and they're going to continue to bring below-average temperatures and rain to the area. Heavy rain could cause flooding in the Ohio Valley as well as Florida. Thunderstorms producing a few strong gusts or marginally severe hail will be possible across parts of the Ohio Valley. Closer to home, after a couple of dry days today and tomorrow, daily storm chances return for Friday throughout the weekend. Storms look to mainly be focused east of the Rio Grande. Most storms will not become severe, but a few could on Saturday with hail over an inch in diameter. Also strong winds and brief heavy rain. We're going to have another look at the weather following this news. We expected Matt Crescelius to show up at last night's City Commission meeting. Oh, but he didn't.
Oh, that's bad!
I'm sad because we had a lot of great jokes ready to fire off for you. But be not dismayed, for I, your favorite loudmouth on the radio, gives you this.
Oh, where was crazy Matt last night? He promised he would bring the fight. Oh, Matt, please raise your hand. We feel it. Makes you look so grand.
Beautiful, ain't it? So no Matt Crescelius. Instead, we bring you Michael Gabarra.
From Pat Vandergriff Code Consulting. He was the head of code enforcement here in Alamogordo for an extended period of time.
I don't think this boy's got all his marbles.
I say, are we making fun of this guy?
Are you speaking in general, or are you going to speak on item 9?
I'm going to speak in general, and I'm going to speak on item 9.
In a mere 3 minutes?
About the policies and also about the fact that we do not have, the state of Alamogordo does not have
When exactly did Alamogordo become a state?
The state of Alamogordo does not have a qualified person to determine these violations when it comes to condemnation.
Well, not to worry, Gabarra. Just before you got up to speak, Municipal Judge David Overstreet swore in Code Enforcement Manager Josh Sides, as well as a few new officers.
I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution and the laws of the State of New Mexico, the ordinances of the City of Alamogordo, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and according to the law, discharge the duties of the Code Enforcement Division of the Public Works Department to the best of my ability, so help me God.
But Gabarra says this isn't enough, I guess. If only he had a guy writing him letters in order to speak out.
In Otero County is Patrick Vandergriff, whose this letter came from. He used to be the head of code enforcement here and the head of the construction industries division in Albuquerque for many, many years. So this letter was basically hey, listen, it's time to stop and get somebody certified before you move on to doing these things. And you need to let people know what's going on. I'll address the notification process on item 9, because I think that's going to become an issue, that people aren't being notified properly of the condemnation of their properties.
It only became an issue because this guy made it one. Plus, I think it took twice as long to say what he had to say due to his repetitions. No! I'm over it. Yesterday, we spoke with former County Commissioner Coy Griffin about his latest court battle. He was prepared to take it to a jury trial if needed when he was seen yesterday, but instead, everything got continued. The hearing has been moved out to 30 days from now, and Griffin is having to prepare for trial. The Otero unit of the League of Women Voters of Southern New Mexico will host 3 candidate forums within Otero County specific to the upcoming municipal elections. There's going to be 2 forums in Tularosa and 1 in Alamogordo. The first Tularosa forum takes place on Saturday, September 30th. That's this weekend. That's at 5:30 at the Tularosa High School cafeteria. The Alamogordo forum will be held on Tuesday, October 3rd. That's at 5:30 at the Otero Art Space. And the second Tularosa forum will take place next Saturday, October 7th, in the Tularosa High School cafeteria. Well, today is Wednesday. Let's check in with Susan Payne and get the latest from Love Inc.
Good morning, everybody. This is Susan with Love Inc. of Otero County with our weekly report. Love Inc., of course, remains busy. As I say every week, nothing has changed. And in fact, I would say it's become even more busy. And sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes it's not. Right now, we do have classes going on. Of course, our classes are free to the public, and we are presenting Affirming Potential. It's a great class, and we will be doing that again the January-February time frame. This one will end in November, and that will finish out our classes for the year. Also, we have training coming up. If you are interested in becoming a tax preparer for the VITA program, which is through the Internal Revenue Service, we are going to be doing training soon, and it's a great way to start learning about how to do taxes. And if you are interested in that, certainly give us a call and we'll tell you when that training is. We are partnering up with Thrive for that. Also, we are the administrator for P&M's Good Neighbor Fund. Of course, those electric bills are really high sometimes. If you have not received help from the Good Neighbor Fund this year, please give us a call if you think you can benefit from that. That's 575-439-4812. And then, of course, we have our Children's Weekend Food Program going on with the Alamogordo Public Schools. We provide kid-friendly foods to kids within the public schools. That's Alamogordo and Tularosa that may be underfed on the weekends. And if you are interested in donating to that, we are certainly welcoming those donations. We're doing about 250 bags a week right now, so of course that gets a little expensive. If you can help with that, of course, give us a call. And then finally, our food pantry, which also remains busy. We can always use donations for that as well. Until next week, Alamogordo, have a blessed week.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
AlamogordoTownNews.com is a locally owned website featuring local news matters from a local perspective that affects you, and we bring it to you directly. Plus, local sports, cultural arts, and events. Online, AlamogordoTownNews.com. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
The state of New Mexico is paying out hundreds of thousands of dollars of your money to a pair of former employees. The husband and wife team of Cliff and Deborah Gilmore both worked for CYFD and accused CYFD of firing them after they raised concerns about department operations, including the use of an app that made department communications disappear. In 2021, Cliff Gilmore had this to say.
If I raised questions of concern, the general response was sort of an implication that I was being just disagreeable or not working hard enough.
Then CYFD Secretary Brian Blaylock defended the app when KOB spoke to him 2 years ago.
In 2021,
it has helped us keep that information protected, secure, and also helped us work with our families and children more effectively and quickly.
By protected, I think he means deleted and leaves no trail. CYFD has agreed to settle the whistleblower lawsuit with the Gilmores in the amount of $650,000. A family is suing Santa Fe County leaders and officials after a police chase allegedly ended with the suspect hitting their vehicle. The lawsuit lists Santa Fe County Sheriff Adon Mendoza, Leonardo Guzman, along with the Santa Fe County Board of County Commissioners. The suit was filed after police responded to a speeding vehicle on a highway north of Santa Fe after a deputy witnessed the vehicle hit the guardrail and attempted to stop that vehicle. The driver fled the deputy at nearly 100 miles per hour. The lawsuit states that Guzman was negligent when he initiated the pursuit, despite the vehicle traveling slowly. It said 100 miles an hour up here. Meanwhile, the poor, oppressed driver of the Camaro was weaving in and out of traffic and even crossing the median into oncoming traffic before turning back to southbound lanes. A family of three was then hit by that Camaro at the intersection of St. Francis Drive and Zia Road. Cassandra Chavez was driving her parents, Paul and Connie Chavez, during that crash on September 24th of 2021. Now, it is policy that a deputy should not engage in a high-speed pursuit in which the danger of the pursuit exceeds the danger of the vehicle occupants remaining at large. But I want you to consider all the other things that went on with this. Are they saying that allowing this maniac to drive into a family at high speed is his right? We have discussed the horrible murder at Hang Glider Park, but the Roswell Police Department is also dealing with a fatal shooting that happened on Monday of their own. 45-year-old Christopher Herrera was found dead at the shooting scene with a gunshot wound. The investigation into that fatal shooting is being done by the Criminal Investigations Division of the Roswell Police Department. The latest labor market report shows that New Mexico's unemployment rate has improved drastically since the pandemic. Yeah, it's amazing. When you allow people to go to work and you don't pay them to avoid work, unemployment drops. Go figure. The August 2023 labor market review from the New Mexico Department of Workforce Solutions shows the state is sitting at a 3.7% unemployment rate. Over the last year, New Mexico has gained about 16,600 non-farm jobs. That's a 2% increase in employment. With nearly 36,000 New Mexicans currently still unemployed, New Mexico ranks close to the top 10 states with the highest unemployment rates. Private education jobs and the state government education jobs are up compared to last year. New Mexico is still tied for the 11th highest unemployment rate in America. NASA is currently working to recover one of its projects after an unidentified incident caused them to terminate a flight. According to NASA, a scientific balloon carrying the Fireball 2 project was launched on Monday morning from Fort Sumner. The mission was to study nearby galaxies to better understand their formation and evolution. After reaching an altitude of more than 124,000 feet, NASA said the balloon experienced an anomaly and terminated that flight west of Clovis just after 9 p.m. NASA says the cause of that anomaly is still being investigated. Sports and weather are coming up next. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 3 matches for New Mexico volleyball today. All of those games are up north. There are 3 games for New Mexico football tomorrow, which includes Oregon Mountain at Cloudcroft, and Carlsbad comes to Alamogordo. Go Tigers! Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, mostly clear tonight, mostly sunny tomorrow. Your high today in the basin, 87, low tonight of 62, high tomorrow, 91 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today, mostly clear tonight, mostly sunny tomorrow, winds gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 67, low tonight of 42, high tomorrow, 69 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting KALHradio.org. We've also launched the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel, which features our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. That concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.